real quick look before we polish this off for the night. Clash in Paris. As in right now, we've only got 4 matches because we lost our Naomi versus Stephanie Vicaire match. I'm not quite sure if they're going to hold on to maybe starting some sort of tournament to crown a new women's world heavyweight championship. As of right now, there are no women's matches on this card. We don't really know if, the Monday Night Raw team led by Adam Pearce storyline wise is just going to be like, okay, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are our 2 biggest stars. Roxanne has a win over Io Sky, and Stephanie Vicaire won the Battle Royal at Evolution. She was declared to have a world heavyweight shot at this. Maybe they just take those 4 names and they just go, boom, let's just go with that. And that basically is your main event scene as of right now. I know that you have Kairi Sane and you've got Asuka, but they honestly kind of seem like they're on the outsides trying to help Io Sky, although Asuka kind of seems like she wants to turn against Io, doesn't really want to help her, but wants to be by her side at the same time. Something's going on there. And definitely when Asuka took off saying, like, don't mess with her, Kairi Sane kind of was like in this weird spot where like she wanted to stay there with Rhea, but she ended up like slowly walking away for Rhea to go back in her room, and then the actual shot went to the actual ring. Why didn't they bring up on Raw that was actually the hallway that Liv jumped Rhea, threw her into the hallway wall, and that's where she ended up injuring her shoulder, which took her out on the road to WrestleMania, where she basically got hurt, and she was able to come back. But as of right now, we're looking at Clash in Paris 2025. John Cena versus Logan Paul. That's just going to be a normal singles match. We've got Rollins in a 4-way. He's going to be going against Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. We've got Sheamus and Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. We got to look at that now. What the heck is a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match? Is that just a normal, like, no-rules match that's just kind of built around? I guess it is built around Sheamus. A good old-fashioned Donnybrook match is a no-disqualification hardcore match where large wood barrels of Irish brandy and shillelaghs are made available at ringside. The first match of its kind was July 29th, 2022 on an episode of WWE SmackDown between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre that Drew McIntyre won. A tag team version later took place at WWE's 2022 edition of its Extreme Rules pay-per-view between the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Pete Dunne, and Ridge Holland against Imperium, Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci, which was won by the Brawling Brutes. This is Sheamus's signature match. I guess that's it. So, I guess the pick is Sheamus to win his own match, but he lost that first one against Drew McIntyre back in 2022 on that episode of SmackDown. So we'll have to see that. Giovanni Vinci, he's a name. He's no longer with WWE. Ridge Holland is a name that I haven't heard in a long time. Pete Dunne, I can honestly tell you, I don't really know what he's doing. But some people say that Pete Dunne and his partner are the El Grande Americanos that we've seen on Raw a few times and actually showed up in AAA. I want to hope that Dunne is not there, but if they're going to do some sort of group with them, once it's all said and done and it actually makes sense, I don't want to see Pete Dunne be El Grande Americano's second, like the Ding and Doink showing up at WrestleMania 9, coming out there to beat up Crush. I want to see them actually wrestle. I understand that like the tag team division on Raw isn't great. I don't even know where the War Raiders. I was gonna call them the War Warriors, but where the Raiders are, they just kind of like disappeared. I don't know if there was an injury, but They lost. They weren't even in that match. That was won by the LWO guys, and since they won their title shot, we haven't even seen them. And the New Day, they seem like they're nowhere closer to a tag title shot against Judgment Day than they've ever been. So I don't know. I love Balor. I love JD McDonough. I especially love them having belts, but when the belts don't really mean anything, so we don't ever see them really defend them or have feuds for the titles, it is what it is. But that seems like the biggest stories that's going on in the world of wrestling as of right now. And I lost the stream. Okay, there we are.